So this afternoon we are going to open up this piece of fencing that's next to Barry. 2 days ago the pups were taken from their normal home habitat to this new area, and this pasture goes past that gate panel that's right in front of me, all the way around, all the way back there, back to that corner. It's that big. That's too big a step for pups to go of this age all at the same time. So we made the pen half the size. The puppies are ready for more, and so we're going to open this up and let them come out and discover that the opportunity is here, and then they get to decide how thrilled about that they are or not. So here goes. You can let it rest on the house if you want to. It doesn't really matter. It just needs to not fall on them. That'll work fine. Hey, puppy dogs, look at this. Puppy dogs. Puppy dogs, look at this. Puppy dogs. Yeah, right. Look at that. You might have to walk that one around. I think he thinks he's stuck behind you. Oh. Hey,
puppy, come on, let's go this way. Come on. Everybody. Come on.
A slow saunter.
Come on.
Puppy dogs! Babies, look at this, huh?
Let's go. Come on. Look at, it's an adventure. Yeah.
What do you think, pups?
Hey, pup. Come on.
What do you think, pups?
Oh, okay. So
Hey, you
you're
silly
here.
guys. Hi. Hi, puppy dogs. Look. Come on.
Hey.
Puppies.
Hey, guys.
There you go.
Come on. Let's take a look and see what's over here.
So what is always true is that when I have time and when I have help and I have agenda, the puppies have some other plan, and it's still pretty hot and they're kind of flat and not all that motivated, and so we're having to work at letting them know that they have a new opportunity. However, I do have a little participation over here. So they're standing on ground they've never been on. They've never had their very own tree before. That's a new thing. Over here is Rosie wishing that she could come and help. You can leave them and come and hang out with the new adventurers because they need you more. And if those guys want to sleep through this, then they can.
Those five are a little bit, I'm not sure.
They look a little flat. They look sleepy, but these guys are being industrious.
Wow.
So that's nice working behavior that we're seeing here. Those noses are on the ground.
Yes.
They're
We friends again?
they're working. See the ones on the far side over, the little fellow? Barry, did you shift to the either way? Over there, way over there,
Okay.
we have two little tiny pups offering to do a perimeter check. That's just a marvelous thing. I'm going to walk with the camera. I'll warn you, it's not fun. Those guys, so Barry, you should be along the back fence since puppies are way back there, because that's where they'll need you the most. But they don't look very needy. Those are pretty confident pups there. So what that means is that we did this right. It wasn't too soon. It was soon enough. They didn't get a chance to be bored in their environment that was behind me. They didn't get overwhelmed by me being in a hurry and doing this too fast. There's Rosie back there on the back fence, really, really wanting to come in and lend a hand. Hey, Barry.
Yes.
If you walk to that gate, Rosie will probably meet you there. You can let her in if you want.
Okay.
We don't want Sabrina, we just want Rosie. See, look, Barry, right there is Rosie.
Oh. Okay.
Just let her pop through here, but don't let Sabrina, so you gotta be fast because Sabrina's coming.
Not fast enough.
Well, just let one dog through. Do you need me to do it? That's okay. You can tend puppies. I'll tend my dogs. I just think 2 dogs is more than I want. Sabrina got grumpy last time we had her in here. Rosie's been really good about it. Sabrina, you stay. Ready to come? All right. Good stuff, huh? Oh, hush. Good girl. Nice job. These guys are acing it.
Good boy.
Remember watching Rosie do that very first day?
Yep.
And they're doing it. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, hi, sweetie. How are you? Hi, I know. Hi. Good dogs. So those very young puppies back there on the far end. So Barry, can you tell which puppies those are? We got a green tail and a pink something, pink head.
The green tail is the one that I stepped on who seems to be recovering.
And that's not what I'm talking about. The puppies that are out doing perimeter checks like that, those are overachiever puppies. So we need to keep track of that those were brave puppies.
Okay, green tail.
Okay.
We've got pink head.
Okay, so we'll just kind of make a mental note to pay attention to whether they're the same ones next time or whether that was just a haphazard. So look at these little party goers here. They're just romping around, loose and happy, not a care in the world.
So the pinks are the girls.
Yes.
So the girls seem a little bit more adventuresome than the boys right now. Except for you, but you're a big girl.
So Rosie just manded beautifully. She knows how to work a crowd, boy. She's being a really, really nice puppy mentor. She's doing great. So we only have one sleepy puppy now. They're all out here except for one little heap of a dog up there.
Wow.
Those guys are doing wonderfully well.
I think Rosie's giving them some instruction.
Oh, she's tremendous at it. She's so good. She's so good-natured with them. She's been completely devoted to them since they moved next door. They can go out in that creek area and go with the sheep and go far away. And she has just been plastered to that fence next to these puppies. She just loves them. They're going back and working their way back along that perimeter. Nice job.
Good girl. What a good girl.
Wonderful. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at those guys back there.
Let's keep on top of the pups.
Very, very nice. That green butt pup was a brave pup last time we did things on camera, if I remember right. So, carefully I will say, talking to the camera here, carefully I will say that when I make note of brave pups or whatever, that's a comment on how that pup feels on any given day and time. Maybe it's a consistent behavior, maybe it's not. It's all information. It isn't a better pup or a worse pup, and they'll all go through fear periods at different times. There could be puppies in here now that are into their first fear period, so we may see pups that are front runners for a while that then become a little spooky and hang back. It's just all information, and it's nice to just kind of be aware, and it's one of the reasons that they're wearing all this graffiti paint colors, is so that we can track their behavior through all these different videos. It's interesting to see how much commonality they have or how much of it was just kind of on any given day. But I find that behaviors that I see early are behaviors that stay for the most part. And so when I'm trying to find homes for my puppies that are bold and are always out front and always looking for a big adventure are good pups for big acreage and lots of livestock. Puppies that are a little softer are nice puppies for little 5-acre ranch places and 3 sheep and 6 kids and that kind of thing, because they handle that well. So they're all suited for a little bit different jobs, and I pay a lot of attention to that sort of thing when I decide where to place them. And way back over there, we have a lump of a sleepy pup. I don't know if that baby even knows that anything is happening. Good girl, Sabrina. So I've brought only Rosie over, not Sabrina, because she's a little bouncy and sometimes a little cross, and it can be a lot to think about. 2 dogs and a new environment, so I elected for 1. So we're going to call this at this point. It's a screaming success. It's perfect. So this middle fence, oh, that's beautiful. Look at her. What a good dog. So what I'm going to do now is a very cool thing. I'm going to manage the environment. So there's a little doghouse there. I'm going to put that on the left side of that fence that the camera's facing, because if I had that where sheep were and puppies were, a puppy could get cornered in there and get scared. And these puppies are young enough that that could be a real big detriment. So I'm going to put that house on the other side. That gate that's right in front of me, I'm going to flip it over and tie it back in place. And what that does is it lets the puppies run back and forth through there, but the sheep can't. And I'm going to let the sheep be in this bigger area now, but not go up there where the puppies are, so that they can't corner pups in this little metal house either. When the pups are a little older, like 3 or 4 weeks older, if a sheep cornered them somewhere, they'd either push their way past, or if they got stepped on, it wouldn't be that tragic. But right now, they're still a little bit fragile, physically and psyche-wise, certainly. And I don't want them to be hurt. I want them to think that sheep are just marvelous. So, beautiful, just beautiful. There we go.